Oh, that's perfect, Jackson. That's a great color for a dragon.
Oh, thanks, Maggie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Maggie. Welcome to Crazy Quilt.
Hi, I'm Jackson.
Jackson and I are writing a book.
Yeah, but, you know, I can't write very well, so our book is a book of pictures. There's a picture of a castle, a prince, and a dragon.
Do you know what type of story has castles and princes and dragons? It's called a fairy tale.
A fairy tale. Oh, I love fairy tales. Maggie, why don't we tell all our friends this fairy tale?
Good idea, Jackson.
But let's not use the pictures I made. Let's make craft characters instead.
What do we do first?
First we say, once upon a time.
Our story is about a prince and a princess. So let's make them first.
Okay, let's do it.
Did you notice in the drawing that Jackson did, the prince was dressed in all sorts of old-fashioned fancy clothes?
Yeah, he's a very dressed-up guy.
And I've started by taking a small tube and painting it this nice orange color and cutting a couple of little slits right there on either side.
One on one side, one on the other.
But Jackson, I need you to do the buttons, please.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay.
Sure.
Just draw them on or something, okay?
Yeah, okay.
All right. While Jackson's doing that, I'll work on the prince's legs. I've got a roll of plasticine that I'm going to cut in half for the bottom of his boot. And to make his great big boot, I've got craft sticks that I'm going to put through some pasta and then stick in to the plasticine. Doesn't that look like his foot and then his calf and then the top part of his leg? I think it looks kind of like a neat thing to do. If you don't have craft sticks, you could use a pencil or a chopstick or a twig, anything at all. Jackson, how's the button coming?
I did them, Maggie.
Great.
Do you like them?
Ooh, yeah, very nice. Nicely done. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons.
It was hard getting those dots in the middle there.
I'm going to squish that in to a styrofoam ball, just to twist it a couple of times so it's nice and secure. And I've left the slit up on the top.
Yeah, well, that's the sort of puffy part of his pants.
Right, exactly. His pantaloons, they're called. And I'm going to slide a puffy pipe cleaner into this slit for his arms. But you know what? His pants aren't the only thing that are puffy. He's got puffy sleeves.
Yeah.
So I've got little circles of pipe cleaner that I twisted together to put on for his shoulders.
He's a kind of a puffed-up guy.
I'm going to stick his pantaloons onto the craft stick so he can stand up. And now, of course, we need to add, well, his head. Where would a prince be without his head?
Right. He'd have no place to put his crown.
I've got a pom-pom with stickers for eyes, and I made a nose by taking a little bit of craft foam and gluing on a bit of yarn for his mustache.
Oh, did you kind of fold that craft foam?
Yep, I just folded it back. I should have pinched it. You could use another sticker if you want.
Did he mind when you pinched his nose?
He kind of giggled a little bit, but it was okay. I think he didn't mind. I'm gluing that on, just like that. And I'll put some glue on the inside of the tube and put the head on. Yeah, he looks quite proud of himself, doesn't he?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Like that. And, of course, Jackson said, how do you recognize a prince? By his crown. I've got a bit of sparkly pipe cleaner that I'm twisting into a circle, and I put it on. Well, she's ready to go. But what does a princess look like?
Oh, well, usually princesses would have long gowns and maybe long hair, too.
Mm-hmm.
And they go for long walks for a long time. Everything would be very long.
Our princess, though, she likes to go for long walks, and she finds long dresses get in the way. So you know what she wears? Blue jeans.
Long blue jeans?
Well, actually, they're pretty short. I've got a piece of blue dishcloth, and I'm rolling it up. I'm going to roll it around my pencil, like this. You can just roll it with your fingers, but I think a pencil makes it just a bit neater.
Yeah, well, I guess a princess should have neat blue jeans.
Mm-hmm. I pull the pencil out, fold the blue cloth, and use a clothespin to squeeze it shut like that.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to use a pipe cleaner and put it through the hole in the clothes peg for her arms. I'm bending the arms so they go out the right way over her legs. That way, right? And she's got pretty fancy sleeves. I'm using a little bit of straw to slide up just part way. So she's got a little bit of a puffy sleeve at her shoulder.
Not as puffy as the prince,
No,
though.
she's not as fancy as he is. She does, of course, have a shirt. And I'm going to use a pipe cleaner and wrap it around, starting at the bottom, down near where the legs are, and going around and around and around. And you may need to use more than one pipe cleaner.
You want to make sure she's warm.
That's right. Well, she goes for adventures and long walks. It's important to dress well when you're going into the woods.
Yep. And you're kind of dressing her in layers.
Yeah. And when I get to the arms, I just kind of go around them a little bit, like that. And I think I'll add just a little bit more. It looks a bit bare.
I guess you could wrap wool around her, too, if you didn't want to use pipe cleaners,
Well,
right?
that would be good. Or maybe just take a bit of felt or something like that.
Or even construction paper you could glue on.
Sure. What do you think she should wear? Can you imagine what a princess walking in the woods would need?
Something warm.
Okay. Can you hold on to her, please, Jackson?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to take craft sticks and plasticine, just like the prince, but she doesn't have boots. She just has straight legs, like that, and shoes. And I'm going to dip the craft stick into some glue. I'll take her back now. Thank you. And stick the craft stick right up inside the blue jeans.
Oh, those are her
her
legs.
right. And you see, I said her blue jeans were a bit short. They don't come all the way down, depending how much material you have. If you want her to have long blue jeans, make sure that your cloth is a bit longer. There we go. Now, of course, she needs a head, just like the prince has. Another pom-pom. This time, I glued on some beads for the eyes, and a felt mouth, a bottle cap for her hat, and some beads, some feathers for her hair.
Yeah, right,
I'm
great.
putting some glue on the inside of the clothes peg, and putting the head in, pushing it down. And I need to squeeze her in a little bit. There we go. She's all set to go, and she even has a little backpack, a box with a pipe cleaner folded under the flap. It fits right on her back.
Hey, Maggie, we better make the castle for the prince and princess so they're not just outstanding in their field.
That's right, they need a home. I'll show you an easy way to make a castle. You start off by taking the lid of a big cardboard box. Like this. Then you draw the picture of your castle, and you can design it any way that you'd like. I put on those big bumpy things on the top. Those are called crenellations.
Crenellations?
And a great big door down
I thought that
there.
was a kind of flower.
Well, that's for the drawbridge.
Oh, those down there. Okay,
Right.
yeah.
And then I drew a line on the side where I'm going to cut it so it'll stand up easily. The
Okay.
cutting is the hard part. You might want to get a grown-up to help you with that.
Okay.
But once it's cut, I'll show you what it looks like. See, there's the outline.
Oh, yeah.
That I drew. You can see I
yeah.
didn't cut the drawbridge all the way out.
You cut
left
just
the
like
bottom
just,
there.
You left the bottom, right?
Right, and here are the sides. And when I turn it around, whoa! you can see, we painted it a nice purple, and I drew in some of the bricks. Some people like to make their castles out of stone,
Right.
but I thought bricks would look nice on this one. And when you draw bricks, you just have to do some lines across and some other lines up and down.
Oh,
The up
yeah.
and down lines, they stagger a little bit. Here and here,
Oh,
here and here,
yeah.
and here and here.
Yeah,
and
sort
here.
of not in a straight line.
Right.
No.
The door, I put on some brown construction paper so it would look different for the drawbridge.
Oh, and those squiggly lines are to make it wood-like.
That's it. Now, drawbridge is to open and close over water, right? If there was a river there, or perhaps a moat, like
moat?
that. Yep. Something that you cut so that people won't be able to come over, a big hole in the ground.
Oh.
Now, to make the drawbridge open and close, you want to use some wool string and tape it onto the drawbridge up near the top.
So you're taking the string up there.
Right, and push the tape down pretty firmly. It needs to hold on nice and tight. Okay. Then, when you stand it up, hold the drawbridge down. Jackson, can you hold the castle so it doesn't wobble?
Yes, sure.
Thanks. And
You
then
don't want a wobbly castle.
now, I'm taping the wool on the inside so it's not too tight when it's down all the way. And that way, I'll be able to use the wool to pull the drawbridge up.
Oh, nice.
I can make the castle stand up by using my tape dispenser or anything else that you've got that's heavy, like a soup can, and hold it down. That's if you don't have a raccoon nearby to help.
What about these towers?
The towers are toilet paper rolls that I slit on two sides for the middle, or one side here, and I glued on some windows made of construction paper, just like I did down here, and then I put on some paper cones to make them all nice and pointy. We're ready to have people move in. Now we have the castle, the prince.
Oh, can we call him Montague?
Sure, it's our fairy tale. We can call them anything we like. What do you want to call the princess?
Oh, let's call her Hannah.
Princess Hannah, it is. Do you remember how a fairy tale starts?
I remember once upon a time, there was a princess named Hannah who lived in a castle near the edge of a very deep, dark wood. There's always a deep, dark wood in a fairy tale. Princess Hannah liked to go exploring.
Let's see. I have my knapsack with my water bottle and my lunch. Oh, who's the guy wearing the crown?
Oh, I'm Prince Montague. This forest is filthy. Just look at my hands. Dirt, dirt, and dirt. However did I get this dirty? Oh, where am I?
You're at the edge of the deep, dark woods. I'm Princess Hannah, and I'm going exploring in these woods.
Oh, no. Everyone knows there are monsters and dragons in deep, dark woods.
Well, I'm not frightened of any monsters or dragons.
And with that, Hannah marched off into the woods. Oh, dear. Now I'm going to have to go rescue her. A prince always rescues the princess from the deep, dark woods.
Jackson, this is your fairy tale. Are there any monsters or dragons in the deep, dark woods?
Yes, there's a dragon, and we have to make it.
To make a dragon, I've got a sponge, a paper towel roll, and a toilet paper roll.
You slay me, Maggie. How are you going to make a dragon out of that?
Well, of course, dragons can look like almost anything because they're make-believe animals. But I started off by taking the sponge, which used to be in the shape of an 8, and I cut it off so it looks like a raindrop.
Yeah, it really does look like a raindrop.
And I did some more cutting, too. I took my toilet paper roll, squished it together at one end, and cut the shape of ears.
Ears. By
Right.
George, you're right.
And I'll make it look a little more like ears by drawing little upside-down V's on the inside
Oh,
there.
that's just a sort of little inside part. Yeah.
All right. And I'm going to squish the opposite end, just like that.
Gee,
Push it
why are
down.
you doing that?
Well, eventually I need to put it onto a neck.
Okay.
I'm going to glue on a few things, and then I'm going to let it dry. That's why I want to start with the head. I've got a small styrofoam ball that I cut in half.
How did you do that?
Oh, I took my scissors and cut very carefully. You might want to get a grown-up to help you with that part. And I'm going to glue these on like that. If you don't have a styrofoam ball, you could just draw on some eyes or use some stickers. I'm going to put some stickers right on my styrofoam balls, in fact. So the dragon has nice red eyes.
Red stickers. Well, I guess dragons are awfully fiery, aren't they?
That's true. They've got that reputation, don't they, for breathing fire.
Yeah.
If they breathe fire, they better breathe through their nose, too.
Yeah, I guess so.
And for the nose, I've got 2 little bits of straw.
Oh, those are kind of the nostrily part.
Right, and I'm going to glue that on to the edge here. I'm going to hang over a little bit. And we'll just let them sit there and dry for a minute. Okay. Now, I did some work on the dragon, on his body. Look. On his front.
Boy.
Yeah, I took a piece of construction paper. And do you recognize this shape? It's the same shape as the body.
Yeah, kind of a droppy shape.
Exactly. And I have a little slit right at the top here.
What's that for?
I'm going to put the head and neck right in there. And to hold it on, I've got an elastic band. But you can see my elastic band is already holding on 2 short arms at the top with claws.
Yikes.
And this great big thing, it sort of looks like a check mark.
Oh, yeah, or a
that's
chicken leg.
Yeah.
What are those made out of, Maggie?
This is craft foam, but you could use construction paper for that, or cardboard. But see, if I turn it over, doesn't it kind of look like a bent leg? This is the knee.
It does.
I'll slide it under the elastic band, right down near the bottom.
Right.
And if you can hold on again,
Sure.
I need to attach some dragon feet.
Dragon feet. Hey, dragon, don't drag your feet.
This is more craft foam, and I cut this out with the shape of claws, and I put a couple of slits in just to be able to attach them that way.
Nice kind of triangle-y claws.
Now, our dragon can sit, or
Right.
he can run, because he's got
Right.
feet, but dragons can sometimes get around in another way. Do you know how else dragons can travel?
I think they can fly.
They can. And so I cut out some wings. Now, maybe you've seen wings like this before. They sort of look like bat wings.
They do.
Yeah, I see they've got all these sort of little bumpy bits here with sharp points, and then a big curve here. But of course, you could cut your wings to look like any kind of wings at all.
Presuming you had wings at all.
And I'm going to use my cube that I will be using later on, and I'm going to trace a circle. Now look really closely where I'm tracing it. It's not right at the edge.
Where
It's
is
just
it?
in a little bit from the edge. I'll make that a bit darker so everybody can see. You see that? It's just in from the edge. So when I use my scissors, I'll cut in just a teeny little bit, and then around in a circle.
So you put that tube really, really close, but just a tiny bit in.
Right. Because I want to have a circle there with just a little bit of cardboard able to touch each other like
just
that.
Just a kind of a grabby bit.
Right. So that way, it's going to be able to sit right on top like that, and I won't have to use any glue or anything to hold it.
Okay, I'm still not sure how this is going to work.
Can you hold on to the dragon one more
Okay.
time? This makes a great handle for the dragon. Remember that slit? I just slide this in. Oh, the wings better go at the back, hadn't they?
Yeah, I think so, usually.
Okay, let's put it in this way. Wings at the back. And neck coming out that way. And now we get to attach the head. Remember the squishy part here on the toilet paper roll? I just stick that right onto the tube and put a little piece of tape there to hold it on. Can you turn them for me? Sure, there we go. Want to be able to see. Hope the nose is dry. Oh, it's sliding a little bit. Let's just get it back there. Oh, very good. Okay. There we go. There he is. You can see the wings. He's just missing something at the back.
Oh,
he
yeah.
needs his tail.
Here.
Hold on to that handle, will you, Jackson?
Okay, just a sec. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got a paper towel roll, and I cut a slit. Then I folded it over to make it skinny at one end, and I taped it. And then I bent one end up like that.
Hey, you made one of those before.
That's right. I've got it standing by, ready to fly in. I'll take that back from you, Jackson.
Okay.
Now what we do is we gently pull out the elastic and tuck the tail underneath, just like that. The dragon can sit, can stand. Oh, you know what? I think he could use some eyebrows, don't you?
Yeah, I think so, too. He could use a little balance, too.
I think so. Well, I think he just got all excited about getting eyebrows. Oh, that makes all the difference. There he is, ready to fly. Roar! And who knows what? Princess Hannah went exploring in the deep, dark woods. I don't know why Prince Montague hates the woods. Look at all these great flowers. And look at those weird red leaves. Huh, I've never seen anything shaped like that. I think I'll just sit here and watch them move in the breeze.
Whoa! Ooh! Oh, that's my tail you're sitting on.
Hey, logs can't talk, can they? Oh, no. Prince Montague was right. There are monsters and dragons.
Oh, monsters! I'm scared of monsters.
But if you're not a monster, you must be a dragon. Help! Help!
Oh, no, I'm not going to hurt you.
You're not, so you're a dragon. Dragons eat princesses.
Eat you? Oh, dear, no. I wouldn't dream of eating you. I used to be partial to nights, but nowadays I'm cutting down on red meat. Oh, besides, I like eating trees, especially orange and lemon trees.
I love lemons and oranges, but I've never eaten the tree.
Oh, no, I suppose you wouldn't. Princesses never seem to acquire a taste for bark.
Now, as you can see, Hannah and the dragon weren't scared of each other at all. They quickly became good friends. The dragon showed her how he blew fire from his mouth.
Hooah! It's all in the breathing.
Hannah showed him various string games she knew.
Now you take your baby fingers and pull the strings back. Hannah was having so much fun with her new friend that she forgot all about Prince Montague back at the castle. But he did not forget about her.
Oh, it's getting dark. Princess Hannah is not back. Oh, I told her princesses shouldn't go in there. Oh, but did she listen to me? No! Now I have to go rescue her.
So Prince Montague set off to rescue Princess Hannah. Oh no, it's getting dark. I'll never find my way back home through the deep, dark wood now. What'll I do?
Well, you can stay with me. I'll breathe a nice little fire to keep us warm. And make a citrus salad for dinner.
That's very kind of you, Dragon.
Oh, please, you should call me by my name. I'm Edward Ribcrusher Bristle III. My friends call me Eddie.
Thank you, Eddie, for everything.
Do not fear, Princess Hannah. I will rescue you. Unfiend her, you hand. No, that's not right. Oh, let me see now. Oh, yes. Unhand her, you fiend. Oh, I'm not a fiend.
This is Edward Ribcrusher Bristle III.
Oh, an evil, fire-breathing dragon? I do breathe fire, but I'm not evil. I'm actually quite friendly. Ha! Friend? Ha! You are a dragon?
True, but he's a friendly dragon. He gave me dinner, and he lit this nice warm fire. He even said I could stay here for the night.
You could stay here, too, if you behave yourself. All this yelling and threatening to hurt me is very unpleasant. Friends don't do that. You can't be friends with a dragon. They are so big and smoky and dirty, and so dragonish. Princesses are friends with princes.
Not this, Princess. My friends are kind and helpful, like Eddie the Dragon. They aren't mean and rude like you.
How bizarre.
And with that, Prince Montague headed back to the deep, dark wood.
It's awfully dark in there. Prince Montague could get lost. We should rescue him.
Yeah, and I'll light the way.
Which was a good thing, because Prince Montague was quite lost in the dark wood.
Oh, this is dreadful. It's dirty, it's deep, and it's dark. Oh, I hate the woods, especially at night when I'm lost. Oh, I wish someone would rescue me.
That's exactly what Princess Hannah and Eddie the Dragon did. They found Prince Montague and brought him back to their fire.
You know, maybe having a dragon for a friend isn't so bad after all.
And that's our fairy tale.
Oh, Maggie, there's one thing we forgot to say.
There is?
Sure, fairy tales always end the same way. Do you know how fairy tales end?
Say it with us. And they all live happily ever after. Oh, there's something else we always say at the end of Crazy Quilt.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Bye, everybody.
See you next time on Crazy Quilt. Good job.
For written instructions on how you can make any of the crafts you've seen on today's show, send us a note and a self-addressed stamp envelope to Crazy Quilt, care of Treehouse TV, P.O. Box 370, Station C, Toronto, Ontario, M6J3N1.
And Jackson, we're on the web too at www.treehousetv.com. If you want your dragon to breathe fire, take some tissue paper in orange and yellow or red and tape little bits of it inside the tube that we attach the head to. Stuff it all in, then take a deep breath and blow.
Wow, boy, a fiery dragon!
And we made the fire the same way. Little bits of tissue paper and some feathers taped down on some sticks so that he could blow the fire. Like he could warm their hair.
That was very, very fiery. I'm almost afraid to touch it. It looks so hot.
No, it's not hot. It's the tissue paper, John.